Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would film a recipe video. I haven't done one in a while and I've been getting requests to do recipe videos for my banana bread. It's a very simple recipe. It's not anything too fancy, and I've taken a few recipes, mashed them together and tweaked them until they were what I liked. So I'm going to share that with you today. I've got all my ingredients out there. I'm going to explain to you the quantities and what I use and stuff. So as for me making, I've been making this recipe for years now, and I don't have any measuring cups. I kind of like use some for the pool, so I can't use them in the kitchen anymore, and I've just like lost measuring cups along the way. So I kind of just guesstimate everything, or because they're mainly cup measurements, I'll just use like a glass. I'm just going to be like estimating everything today, but I will give you the exact measurements of the stuff I use. Now I've done this recipe and you can add pretty much anything to it. I've done cinnamon to make like cinnamon banana bread. I've done chocolate chips. What else have I done? Just plain is really good as well. Jesse prefers it just plain because he likes to just like put heaps of butter on it and eat it that way. I prefer it with the chocolate chips because I think it's bomb as. And yeah, you can do a lot of different shit with it. You can add M&Ms, anything really. So I'm gonna just like pick the camera up and turn it around and show you everything, and then we're gonna get started on making it. I'm not gonna show my face much through the video. I'm kind of just gonna have it so it's leaning, like the camera angle is on the bench so you can see what I'm doing, and kind of like talk and explain what I'm doing. Also, you'll hear the kids. Hey, here's one of them. You'll hear the kids in the background, you'll hear TV in the background, you hear everything in the background because it's school holidays. Alrighty, so the first thing you need is self-raising flour. So you need 1 3/4 cup of self-raising flour and 1/4 cup of plain flour. I have used recipes that have only had plain flour, but I've just added baking soda, but I prefer this way. Then we need brown sugar, so we need 2/3 cup of brown sugar, 2 ripe bananas. I've done it with just yellow bananas and I've done it with ripe bananas. The flavor is way better with ripe bananas, so this is like kind of what I go for. This like spotty brownie, you wouldn't eat them bananas. So we need 1/2 cup of milk as well. I think it's 2 eggs, and then 50 grams of butter, which we're going to melt as well. So that is all you need for the banana bread. So it's pretty easy and pretty quick, although the cook time is a long time. So I'll explain the temperature you need the oven on in just a second and stuff like that. Alright, excuse my mucky oven, but the boys and I are cooking some cookies in the oven at the moment, so I have the oven on 160, which is what I need it for my oven. So electric ovens, the recipe calls for the oven to be 180, but if it's a fan forced oven, you will need to chuck it down to 160 so you don't burn it, because fan forced, the cooking times and temperatures are way different. The other thing you need is like a loaf pan. I have this springform one, which is really disgusting because I've had it for like ages, and yeah, it's just really old. So I use this, and you can grease it however you like, but I just grab some of the butter and just like wipe it up in there and it's all good. And the other thing I didn't mention is it takes about 45 to 50 minutes to cook. That's in an electric oven. I haven't timed it in my oven yet, but I will time it this time in case you have a fan forced oven. But you just pretty much eyeball it, and I'll show you like the color and stuff, and I'll also give you the amount of time. So the first thing we need to do is get a little bowl, and we're going to mash our bananas. So because they're quite ripe, they're very easy to peel and get out of the skin and whatnot. So I just kind of break them up in there. They don't look the best in this stage, like when you have super ripe bananas. Alright, where's my stick now? So first thing is just to mash the bananas, which they will be easy to do. The riper they are, the softer they are, so these will mash really well. So that was super quick. Just get rid of this. Alright, so in the banana bowl, we need to add our eggs and our butter. So we just need 2 eggs, and I'm just going to add them directly in. and just kind of like whisk them in there a bit. And then you can just keep mashing the banana further just to get it smoother. Alright, so that's that, and then we need, I just use a mug to melt the butter. So we need 50 grams, where's the measurement on here? There. So in order to help it melt evenly, I chop it up. Not necessary, you can just chuck it in, but I feel like this just helps with the melting process a bit more. Alright, so I'm just going to blitz that in the microwave until it's melted. So the butter's all melted. This took 2 20-second intervals, or however you say it. So I'm just going to add that in here. Ooh, I nearly dropped the cup. And then just mix that around. And then we put that aside.
Mum,
yes.
I found it was.
Oh sweet. Alright, you go put something on TV.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're going to put like the floury dry ingredients in this bowl. So
Put on YouTube.
alright mate. So first we're going to add our self-raising flour. I'm just going to use my cup as a rough measurement. I reckon that's about a cup. And then we'll do 3/4 a cup, which I reckon it's about there. 1/4 cup of plain flour. And then 2/3 a cup. It says packed brown sugar, but I'm just gonna like guesstimate. That's where we're at. Alright, now we're just gonna mix this together. I'm gonna try and break up the brown sugar if you've got clumps in there as well. Alright, now we're just gonna dump everything else in. So we have our banana, butter and egg mixture. Just dump it in. Give that a little mix, nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna add in our 1/2 cup of milk. And then this is like the stage where you add like any of your extras like chocolate chips, anything like that. And you just like mix it until it's combined. And that's literally it. You just dump it into the pan and chuck it in the oven, which I can't do yet because I have cookies in there, but I will jump back on in a minute when I'm putting it in the tray and then chucking it in the oven. Excuse the cookies, I had nowhere else to put them, but I'm just going to be using, oh my god, my oven's so loud, stop. I'm just going to be using just some like, not just flora butter, just to rub in here because it's just softer. Now you have to sit there and melt stuff and then just dump your mixture in. Mixture is a little bit thicker than that, so yours is probably going to come out thicker than that. I don't think I had enough flour or something, but the time is focus. We'll say about 12:50, so I'm going to chuck it in the oven now and we'll see how long it takes. We're in advance advance about my oven, it's so loud, but this is what it looks like. I think it's all good. So if it comes out clean, you're all good. So just leave it to cool in the tray for about 10 minutes. It was in the oven for about 40 minutes. Hang on, 35 minutes, sorry. So we're just gonna leave that there for a minute and then I will come back when I'm getting it out of the pan. I'm just going to loosen this up. Sometimes you need to get like a butter knife to like scrape around the edge, and my pan's really old, so I have to do it this way. There we go. Now normally they rise a bit more as well, so this one definitely needed more self-raising flour, but it's still going to taste pretty bomb. Since this one didn't rise as well, I'm going to use these ones for lunch boxes. So what I'm going to do is wrap them up and chuck them in the freezer, and then you just take them out the day before you want to put them in the lunchbox, defrost them a bit, and they'll be good for lunch boxes. So anyway, that's how I do banana bread. Sorry in advance about the sound of my oven and this one not rising as well, but hopefully you get more success by using measuring cups. Keep watching and I'll see you for my next video, guys. Bye!